You slept 8 hours last night, maybe even 9, but here you are, dragging yourself through another day, feeling like you barely slept at all. Sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. Millions of people wake up exhausted despite getting what should be enough sleep. But what if I told you the problem isn't how much you're sleeping, but what's happening inside your body while you think you're resting? I used to be one of those people who would sleep for hours and still feel drained. I thought I was broken. Turns out, I wasn't getting real rest at all. My body was working overtime even when I thought it was recovering. Today, I'm going to share exactly what's really going on when you feel tired despite sleeping, and more importantly, how to fix it. The truth is, most people think fatigue is just about sleep. But chronic fatigue and that constant low energy feeling you're experiencing, it goes way deeper than your pillow. Your body is like a complex machine, and when one part isn't working right, everything else suffers. Let's start with something most people never consider. Your sleep might look good on paper, but the quality is terrible. You could be dealing with sleep disorders you don't even know about. Sleep apnea affects millions of people who have no idea they have it. You think you're sleeping peacefully, but your body is actually struggling to breathe all night long. Every time your breathing stops, your brain jolts you awake just enough to restart breathing. You don't remember these micro wake ups, but they completely destroy your deep sleep cycles. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, your circadian rhythm might be completely out of whack. This is your body's internal clock, and it controls way more than just when you feel sleepy. It regulates hormones, body temperature, and even digestion. When this rhythm gets disrupted by late night phone scrolling, irregular meal times, or inconsistent sleep schedules, your body never truly knows when to rest and when to be alert. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sometimes the problem isn't what happens at night at all. Sometimes it's what's happening during the day that's stealing your energy. If this sounds like something you've been struggling with, make sure to subscribe because we're going to break down solutions you can start using tonight. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming video about the 3 morning mistakes that drain your energy before you even get started. Adrenal fatigue is something most doctors won't even talk about, but it's incredibly real for people living with chronic stress. Your adrenal glands produce cortisol, which is supposed to help you handle stress. But when you're constantly stressed about work, relationships, money, or just life in general, these glands get exhausted. They start producing less cortisol when you need it and more when you don't. This creates a cycle where you feel wired but tired. Sound familiar? Your body is also trying to tell you something through your fatigue. Iron deficiency is one of the most common causes of tiredness, especially in women. Even if your iron levels aren't low enough to be called anemia, they might still be too low to give you optimal energy. Iron carries oxygen to your cells. Without enough iron, your cells literally can't breathe properly. Vitamin D deficiency is another hidden energy thief. Most people think vitamin D is just for bones, but it's actually involved in hundreds of processes in your body. When you're deficient, which most people are without knowing it, everything slows down. Your mood drops, your immune system weakens, and yes, you feel constantly tired. Then there's your hormones. Hormonal imbalance doesn't just affect your mood and weight, it affects your energy levels too. Your thyroid, which controls your metabolism, might be sluggish. Your blood sugar might be spiking and crashing throughout the day, leaving you feeling exhausted. For women, fluctuating estrogen and progesterone can create fatigue that feels impossible to shake. Here's something that might surprise you. Dehydration plays a huge role in fatigue, and most people are chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Your blood becomes thicker when you're dehydrated, which makes your heart work harder to pump it. That extra work translates to feeling tired. Even mild dehydration can cut your energy levels by 20%. Now let's talk about what you can actually do about this. First, get your blood work done. Ask for a complete panel that includes iron, ferritin, vitamin D, thyroid function, and a comprehensive metabolic panel. Don't just accept normal results. Ask for the actual numbers and research optimal ranges, not just the lab's reference ranges. Start tracking your sleep quality, not just quantity. There are apps that can monitor your sleep stages, but even a simple journal noting how you feel when you wake up can reveal patterns. Are you more tired on days when you eat late? When you use screens before bed? When you're stressed about something? Fix your circadian rhythm by getting sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking up. No sunglasses, no windows, just direct sunlight. This tells your brain it's daytime and helps regulate your internal clock. Then, dim the lights and put away screens at least an hour before bed. Address your stress. I know, easier said than done, but chronic stress is probably the biggest energy drain you're dealing with. Even 10 minutes of meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can start to break the stress cycle that's exhausting your adrenals. Support your body with the right nutrition. Focus on steady blood sugar by eating protein with every meal and avoiding processed foods that cause energy crashes. Consider supplementing with vitamin D, especially if you live somewhere with limited sunlight, but get tested first so you know what dose you actually need. If you're dealing with iron deficiency, don't just take any iron supplement. Many forms of iron cause digestive issues and aren't well absorbed. Work with someone who understands how to properly address iron deficiency without creating other problems. Here's the thing about fatigue that nobody talks about. It's not a character flaw. It's not because you're lazy or unmotivated. Your body is trying to communicate with you. It's telling you that something needs attention. When you listen and address the root causes instead of just pushing through, you're not just getting more energy. You're preventing bigger health problems down the road. The people who successfully overcome chronic fatigue are the ones who stop accepting tired as their normal. They investigate, they experiment, they treat their energy like the valuable resource it is. Start with one thing from what we talked about today. Maybe it's getting your blood work done. Maybe it's improving your sleep environment. Maybe it's finally addressing that stress you've been carrying around. Small changes compound into big results when it comes to energy. Energy affects everything in your life: your relationships, your work, your ability to enjoy the things you love. You deserve to feel vibrant and alive, not just surviving on caffeine and willpower. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who's been struggling with fatigue too. Sometimes just knowing you're not alone in this makes all the difference. And check out our video about morning energy mistakes, because fixing these can give you a boost while you're working on the deeper issues we talked about today. Remember, being tired all the time isn't normal, no matter how common it is. Your body is capable of amazing energy when you give it what it needs. You just have to listen to what it's trying to tell you.